Uh, Part of the business letter is just proofreading your own work and making sure that it's the best version of your work that you can put forward. So I have some different exemplars here that were graded level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and they're real student work. All I did was change the name at the top. Uh, so you would think, oh, who would actually do something like this? No one would. I would never do that. Well, this was an assignment that I have received that I graded below level 1, which was a fail. And there's always one or two of these. And hopefully you can understand why. And we'll progress all the way to level 4. So here we have one. Um, there's no postal code. The director of education's title is incomplete. The Young Street is misspelled. The indentation's off to the side. It doesn't have any city. You could not mail this to this person. So, from a starter, it just seems careless. I assume that they must have been rushing. There's no salutation. And it's important to be polite with these letters. And, it explains what the issue is. Um, but there's typos. There's run-on sentences. What's a run-on sentence? It's a sentence that keeps going on and on with words like or, and, but, excessive commas. There's no periods on many of these sentences, so I really can't pass this. It doesn't show the understanding of a business letter format, and it has too many errors. So here's one that was a level 2. So the address is at least complete at the top, although again the formatting is inconsistent. There's no space between Toronto and Ontario. The postal code should follow a comma. It should be on its own line. You didn't find out who's the letter addressed to. It's your job to research who the letter's for. In real life, if you needed someone's email address or cell phone number, you would figure it out, and you would you call them or email them directly. Likewise, write the letter to someone personally. And this is a little pet peeve. Here, Ontario is spelled in full. Here, it's the postal abbreviation. Whatever you do, be consistent. I think for the letter, just be a little more formal, but consistency. Small, Dear Ministry of Transportation. Again, who's going to read this letter? We want a Dear Miss Smith, Dear Mr. Jones, and a comma. Okay, we're talking about drinking and driving, states the problem. There's some stats here. That's good. Good research. The formatting's a bit careless. And then there's a proposed solution. Some grammatical errors. Have someone proofread this, or put it aside for 30 minutes and then come back to it when you're fresh. Great statistics. And if something's highlighted in blue or highlighted in red, it means that it's incorrect, and you should fix that. I would recommend that you have a friend look at it, and they might be able to correct things for you. And here, just be consistent. There's 2 lines there, 1 line everywhere else. What is the level 3 look like? Okay, so again, it's a standard font. Full address. Again, there's a little bit of a difference between this address here and the one below, the abbreviation. What I think is probably that the person cut and pasted this address here and they typed their own address out by hand. President of the Toronto Blue Jays, that's not necessary. You could just say Mark Shapiro, President, Toronto Blue Jays. Dear Mr. Shapiro, talks about the Jays shop not having a variety of clothing for girls and boys, and so states the problem clearly. This is a good idea, proposes a solution. and explains why that solution should be inputted. Just a few minor typos, like the capitalization, these stereotype, and then aren't false. Well, it's a stereotype, so this one should be singular. Little mistakes like that. A proofread would have brought this into the level 4 territory. So this one received the level 4, and we all want to get level 4. That's 80 to 100, and the address is complete. The dates there, the salutation, states the issue right away, explains it. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not sure why there's a hard return after every sentence in this paragraph, but it's a minor mistake relative to everything. It explains, using the Fort McMurray fires as an example. It talks about specific treatment. Again, it would have been 100% A++ with a little spell check. 3 points. The rule of 3 is often considered, a good idea. Like say, list 3 examples or 3 points in your argument. And it seems to be something that resonates with people. And then it ends with, a polite thank you and a sincerely. So that one was really well done. And hopefully you can see, as we built up from this to that it's going to be the little details that get the 90, 95, and 100 marks in this project.